one thing men must have when dealing with women. Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. And P.S. by the way, if it's your first time being here, like the video, subscribe to my channel. That way when I come online, you won't miss out on all the good stuff. So, I got a question from a longtime subscriber. He wanted to know, hey, you give a lot of good advice and about women or just things in life and just living the best life or a better life. But hey, when dealing with women, what's like that one thing that's non-negotiable when dealing with women? And that's a good question. And that one thing is cooperation. If you don't have cooperation, you really don't have anything. If a woman doesn't trust your leadership, doesn't trust your words, what you say, if she doesn't respect who you are at the core, it's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. See, I've met a lot of people, men and women. They liked my activities. They like the things that I do. They like the fact that I travel and I know all these different types of people from all walks of life. And I have a lot of experiences doing a lot of different things. But they didn't like the person of what I stood for. They didn't like what I stood for. They didn't like what I stand for. They didn't like the fact that this is who I am. This is how I rock and roll. This is how I get down. They didn't really like that. They didn't really like my morals, my values, my principles, my rules that I stand on. They didn't like that part. Now they like the fact that, hey, I know this guy, he's a millionaire. A white guy, he's a millionaire. A black dude, he's a millionaire. A black woman, she's a millionaire. They like that. They like going on the trips, hanging out on the weekends, or being that I done traveled all over the world. That's exciting to a lot of women. Men and women. But they just didn't like who I was at the core. And those people, if you haven't experienced like if you had experience like that, or maybe you're experiencing it right now, you're gonna have to get away from those people eventually. It's just not gonna work out. You can't have one without the other. You can't say, hey, it's fun being around him, but when he starts talking about stuff that don't interest me, whatever. This doesn't work out like that. Just like I heard a rumor about Kim and Kanye West. She said something like she doesn't like his music. But she said on the other hand, she likes him, but she doesn't like his music. And that's his passion. That's his music. I'm like, that's kind of foul, yo. How you don't like that man's music? It's just not gonna work out. They might stay together. You might stay together with somebody for a long time like that. But there's always gonna be a certain level of resentment coming from one of them, the people that's involved. There's always gonna be a certain type of resentment there, or just that little thing where it's like that person knows that you're not fully committed. You know, you're just here because this is the best you could do. You know. And see, this goes to my next point, and I'm in this video. Not only do you have to have, not only is cooperation non-negotiable, but submission is non-negotiable as well. If you don't have cooperation and submission from a woman, you're better off just move on. Sooner the better. Now I know they've taken the word submission and they've kind of prostituted the word. They make it sound like if a woman submits to her man, it's somehow like you're a slave. Or, no. Submission is a good thing. That means you trust that man's leadership. That means his word is bond. That means something to a man. You got his back. That means if he leaves the house, he don't have to worry about shit falling apart. Because you holding it down for him. That means if he's on the red carpet, you right beside him. You representing him. That's what that means. You can look up submission. It's nothing negative about it. It's like a lot of women when they go to their job, they're very submissive to the boss or to that establishment. And they'll justify and say, well, I'm getting paid to do a job. It's much deeper than that. It's much deeper than that. That's just a short justification of why they're being mistreated on most of these jobs. They're being mistreated on most of these jobs, plus they're submissive. So they're getting a double dose. You're not trying to mistreat the woman. No, that's what they're doing at these major corporations. You're trying to get the best you can get out the woman. So if you mistreat the woman, that ain't gonna work. She's gonna be all stressed out. What you should do is impact the woman, influence the woman. That's how you get the best out of a woman. And people that be around people, that should be both parties' MO. Impact. The same thing I do right here when I do these videos. My goal is to impact and influence people. And find their own motivation to do whatever they got to do to have a better life for themselves. That's my MO. That's what I do. And if you have people around you, man or woman, that should be your MO too. Impact. Motivate. Help people find their own motivation. You can't motivate nobody else. They have to find their own motivation. And that could be anything. So without cooperation and a woman being submissive to you, it's just not going to last long. It's not going to work out for the long term. It's just not. And I said in a previous video, many moons ago, 100 years ago, I said, hey, if your woman is not submissive to you, she ain't your woman. She might be somebody else's woman. The pastor, the boss at work, the corporation, the mom. She ain't your woman. Or it might be the side dude woman. She ain't your woman. A lot of guys, that rubbed a lot of guys the wrong way. A lot of guys didn't like that. But a wise man told me, truth don't have to be validated. You know? So hey, tell me what you think below. Like, share the video. And P.S. and by the way, I'm going to be having a live masterclass next month. So if you go to chooseyourrelationships.com/masterclass, you can read all about it over there. So if you want more money, if you want more women, and if you want more out of life, go to my masterclass. That's chooseyourrelationships.com/masterclass, or just click the link below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.